Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I have here Linux Lite running on VMware Fusion version 12. Now we're just gonna start up the virtual machine. Should start up faster this time. Okay, yeah, we are already in. Now we are just gonna start it in Linux Mint because we are just gonna do it with a live USB first instead of installing from here. So yeah, this shouldn't take long to start up. It's just gonna check for everything to make sure that there's no corrupted files. So yeah, okay, now we're just gonna wait for a few moments and it should be loading us in because Linux Lite is actually a very light distribution, as so says the name. It's for older computers that can't really run newer systems like Windows 10, Windows 11, which needs more system resources per se. But yeah, this should hopefully load in. But I think it might take a moment because it's a live USB stick. Even though it's a SSD, it should take a while. Okay, it should load us in a moment's time. Okay, yes, we are already in. Okay, this looks decent. Now we are just gonna start here. So I guess we are gonna install updates, install driver, install language support. Okay, start here. Okay, installing the updates. Wait a moment. This is the live USB stick. Does this leave me in the same place? No, that might actually be just the updater. Yeah, that's the updater. Firstly, we are gonna install it first because there's no reason for me to update the software if I don't have the software. Just gonna continue. Okay, correct keyboard should be correct. We're not gonna install third party. It's fine. We have Ethernet. That should be fine. Okay. Now this should take a moment. Not very long as before, but yeah, just loading here. We're just gonna close the tabs in the background. That's not necessary now. And yeah, this might take a while. Okay, I guess they changed my resolution. Okay, now this is Retina, I guess, which is very tiny. But yeah, this is VMware Fusion. Okay, now this is erase the disk. It's a bit small. If you guys can't see, I might have to go and change the resolution. You're just gonna do command this. Okay, now I'm just gonna go and change the view so that you guys can actually be able to see it. It might be a bit small. Display, we're not gonna use full retina. Okay, great, this is better. Now under installation and this here, we are just gonna continue. And yes, it's installing already. Great. Oh, it's partitioning the drive. At least that's what I hope it's doing. Probably is. Okay, now we are choosing our location. We are just gonna continue already. So laptop, we're just gonna name this quirky tag. Password is gonna be okay, login automatically and continue. Okay, now it's copying all the files over and installing the base system. This might take a while, so yeah, better along for now. But while this is installed, I'm going to talk more about Linux, like always. Linux, firstly, it's an open source operating system, unlike Windows and Mac OS. By that meaning, it means that you are able to see the code of the operating system itself. You're able to change it. You're able to make your own distribution. So there's a lot of distributions, but today we'll be covering Linux Mint first. So yeah, if you can't tell, this is a live session. And yeah, here are some of the apps that they can't pre-install if you didn't really want to install. You're gonna open up Task Manager. This is not your Windows Task Manager, definitely not. But yeah, as you can see here, it's a bit hard on our CPU. Actually, no, it's okay. In memory, it's definitely okay. As you can see here, this is quite different. If you're not used to Linux, then don't use Linux. But Windows 11 has been Windows itself in general, okay, it became Windows 11 made it a bit more worse than it already was. Windows 10 was okay, it was fine, it was okay. Windows 7 was amazing, but Windows 11 for me personally, if they can't even get their live stream of the event right, what makes you think that they can get the operating system right. And I also have a few copies of Windows 11 preview as I'm an insider. I've already tried it. It is, I mean, sure, it's fine, but yeah. But that really depends on personal preferences, because it's no longer like this. The Windows logo is no longer here. It's in the center here, around here. And search is no longer part of Windows, the logo. So yeah, that is also a difference. And yeah, but if you're really not used to Linux, as you can see here, it's quite hard, I guess, because there are some apps that are not compatible. Then yeah, go ahead, use Windows. But if you're worried, there are software managers, which means like app stalls, which you can get, but I do not know whether it's available for Linux Lite. But I know Manjaro Linux has it, Ubuntu Linux has it. There's two distributions that I know have this feature. We're just gonna search for it, but sometimes it will only come. Yeah, okay, great. You see, there is. It's called if I'm not wrong, I saw Lite software. Okay, we're just gonna do that later, because when it's installing the system, after it's installed finish, we will be able to actually access it, because now it's updating everything. Okay, so as you can see here, it supports Steam now, which, if you guys do not know what Steam is a app store, not app store, a game store. Yeah, like Epic Game Launcher, something like that. Yeah, you guys probably know what I'm talking about, but yeah. They also support Microsoft Office apps, as you can see here with Lite, and you can install Wine from the Lite store, like I showed you just now. But we're just gonna wait through everything, and I'll show you everything together. So yeah, according to this, it's saying it's very easy to use, and yes, Linux Lite is quite easy for people to learn. For those who don't want to use Windows anymore, they want to have a change, they want to try something new, you can use Linux Lite. If you don't want, I can name you 5 other softwares. 5 other operating systems would be Ubuntu Linux, Manjaro Linux, Linux Mint, Zorin OS. Actually, no, not Zorin. I mean, Zorin is good if you're willing to pay, but if you don't want to, don't use Zorin. Use Deepin. And the last one, it will have to be Pop OS. Yeah, Pop OS. It's great. And yeah, if you also want to buy a computer, but I mean, if you want Pop OS but you don't have the computer, you can always go System 76 and buy a Linux computer, which is in every case not bad. Currently, you might say, why use Linux? I mean, a lot of people hate Linux, not hate, but they just don't even know why it is. Linux is a different software to Windows and Mac OS. Like, there's Mac OS, you probably don't know what operating system you're using, but you probably do since you're watching this video. But for those who don't, an operating system is a GUI, a graphical user interface, which you can see and you can, I guess, respond to. But yeah, so that's what a Linux operating system is, which is very bad way of saying what it is. But yeah, that is how I'm gonna explain it for right now. If not, I'll go very complicated into the kernel, and yeah, it's gonna get messy. But yeah, we're just gonna wait for this to download finish. It's finishing in like 3 seconds. It shouldn't take that long, and it might ask for a restart. Actually, no, it's still unpacking and configuring everything, so that gives me more time to talk. Anyways, the version you wanna install is always 64-bit if you're using a Windows computer, unless you're using. Okay, just make sure that the version of Windows, if you want to install Linux over it, you're using x86-64, then you install the 64-bit version. And if you're using a ARM Windows computer, Windows on ARM, you can also install a Linux distribution on it, which, if I'm not wrong, Linux Lite does not support ARM computers right now. I mean, you can try doing virtualization within Windows to get it, but at that point, I'll recommend you use the 5 operating systems that I stated before. So yeah, anyways, it's installing the Linux image. It shouldn't take that long. It should finish very soon. Anyways, if you guys like this video, please subscribe and leave a like, and check out the rest of my videos after this video. So yeah, now this is still installing the generic Linux image. So yeah, this is probably the kernel. If you're making your own, okay, we're just gonna restart first. If you're making your own Linux distro, I will recommend LFS, which is Linux from scratch, or BLFS Beyond Linux from Scratch, and there are a lot of different versions of, not different versions, like different parts of the book. But if you want to make your own operating system, be prepared. The first book's 300 over pages, the second book is 1,500 over pages, and yeah, so on and so forth. There are some other books that are just a few pages, a few hundred pages, a few thousand. Okay, maybe not a few thousand, but yeah, around there. So if you want, you have to like get in and continuously concentrate on that, which is not really easy, but yeah. Now this is loading, and I'm just gonna wait for it to reboot, which shouldn't take that long. It might take a bit longer since it's the first time booting, but it shouldn't take that long anyways. So yeah, I'm just gonna let it load first. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, if you guys want to use Linux, always remember Linux is not bad. It's just a change in environment where you have to use different styles, where not different styles, but how do I say it? Yeah, different. Yeah, okay. We can use the word style / desktop environment from Mac OS and Windows, but there are some similarity as well. And we're just gonna wait for this to reboot. This could take probably forever, but yeah, we're just gonna wait for it to install. Okay, while that happens, I'm gonna continue talking more about Linux. By the way, if you guys have an Android phone lying around, always remember Android runs open and close inverted comma Linux. Android is Linux. Technically, it's based on Linux. Android is part of the Android AOSP, okay? The Android open source project. That is where really everything comes from. Not everything, but in that sense of like everything, but yeah, everything in the sense of every single Android distribution from Mteria OS, and there's Mteria. There is, I can't remember, Mteria, there's Lineage, there's Aero OS, there's Color OS, which is Oppo's one. There is One UI, which is a skin for Android. There's MIUI, there's EMUI, and yeah, these are the few Android operating systems. But yeah, anyways, I'm just gonna have to go and check whether this is really working. If not, I'll just shut this down from here. Shut down. Okay. Now we are gonna just do this ourselves. We are gonna go into settings here, remove this so it won't boot me into live, and this should work, hopefully. VMware is loading everything. Okay, let's hope this works. It should lead me to grab bootloader if everything works correctly. So yeah. Okay, it brings me to this page. I guess we just really have to wait. If not, we won't be able to do anything. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to wait. While that happens, I'm gonna make sure everything is correct on the screen. Okay, yeah. What did I say? We did have to remove that. Now we have it installed. Now we are gonna have to install drivers and everything. Okay. Authenticate, installing everything. Okay, let's install. Update. Okay, I guess we can leave that here. We can go and install the drivers while that works. I don't think there's technically any drivers because, oh wait, there is. Using open VMware tools for virtual machine from, okay. I'm gonna use that. Okay. Now we're gonna close since we don't need a restore point. Like, we don't need language support. English is good enough. Okay, this is BIOS mode UEFI. Okay, we are not gonna install the updates because that is kind of a bit much. I'm not gonna install 227 updates right now, but yeah, we are gonna go to the software store. Okay, as you can see here, that's the Ubuntu store. That is Chronicle is definitely based on Ubuntu. Okay, everything's here. Software. Wait, this is software updates. Not what I meant to click on. Never mind. You can go software as well, but we're gonna go Lite software, and you also need password to run Lite software. Okay. Yes. Resources. I don't think I meant to press yes, but okay. Install software. Okay, very weird, I guess, but sure. These are all the apps they have. They have Chrome web browser. I'll take this as this is Chromium, but Okay, there's Cody. I'm gonna name some of them. I know Etcher, I know Audacity, I know Dropbox, definitely. FileZilla, not yet. I've heard of Genie. It's Raspberry Pi is there as well. OBS, definitely. Play on Linux, definitely. Simple screen recorder, yes, definitely. Steam and Spotify, who have never heard of them. Skype, definitely. So yeah, as you can see here, there's some apps here that we all know and love, I guess. There are Teams, there's TeamViewer, there's Telegram, there's VirtualBox, which is very interesting. I mean, I could be running a virtual machine with a virtual machine, but yeah. And there's Wine. It supports Windows apps in case you ever need them. And there's also Zoom. So yeah, there are a lot of apps here that you can choose from, but yeah, we're just gonna quit the software since I showed you around a bit. Most things are the same. This is control panel. Just launch it. It's probably like system settings where you can change a lot of things. Display is virtual, and this is a very low res. We can change this to, yeah, it only supports 60, and we apply. Yeah, okay, this makes it a bit clearer because now this is technically 440, which is clearer. But yeah, we can close this now. That was mostly about it. That's about this PC as well. It tells you what the specs are. No, it's just file system, I guess. Kind of obvious, but yeah. That you can also go here. There are a lot more apps, graphics. You got game there. You got Paint. I have no clubs Paint. Never heard of that, but it's not Windows Paint. I'm quite sure it isn't. But yeah. So yeah, these are some of the features that you have on Linux Lite. If you guys want a full video on me running through all the features, please leave a comment down below in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to make a video, and I'll be more than happy to reply. So yeah, this is all for today's video. If you guys like it, please leave a like and subscribe. Smash the like button, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.